today's video is going to be on area of a triangle. Okay, in the previous video that I've done, we've covered area of a square, rectangle, parallelogram, and a rhombus. So today we're doing the triangle. Our triangle formula is area is equal to a half base times height. The base is the bottom of the triangle. The height is the perpendicular height. Now, they will most likely give you these side lengths to see if you understand the difference between the side length and the height. Think about it logically. If this is my height, if I stand it up, it's going to be taller than the triangle. Therefore, it cannot be the height. So that's why we always use the perpendicular height. Okay. So for our first example, we're going to write down a formula, a half base times height. The base is the bottom of the triangle, which is 10, and your height is the perpendicular height, the one with the square, so it's 3. They've put this 5 here to see if you understand what the H means, perpendicular height. Okay, they're putting it there to try and trick you, to try and see if you know the difference between 5 and 3. But because you guys are smart, you do know the difference, and you are going to put 3 in your formula and not 5. So 10 times 3 will give you 30, half 13 will give you 5 meters squared. Okay, now the next two examples that we are going to do, you'll see the height is missing. Okay, now in order to calculate the height, we use a method called Pythagoras. Okay, now we have not taught you this, as we're going to do it after lockdown when we go back to school. Okay, so I'm going to calculate Pythagoras, and you are going to just fill it in on your example and calculate the area like we did in the previous example. You are most likely not going to understand how I calculated it, but that is okay. We're going to come back and we are going to cover this when we go back to school, so please do not stress. Do not freak out. It's going to be okay, all right? So here's my Pythagoras working out, okay? Again, at school, we're going to explain it to you. So my calculation is that this length here is 6 meters. So I want you now to fill 6 meters in on your triangle, on your worksheet, okay? And then we're going to calculate area. Area is equal to a half base times height. The base is 8 and the height is 6 that you just filled in. So fill it in. 8 times 6, half your answer, you'll get 24 meters squared. Again, you need to calculate H before your area. Again, we're going to do this at school. So do not freak out with this calculation. All you're going to do is fill it in for me for now and calculate the area of the triangle like normal. Okay, so there was my calculations. Now H is equal to 5. So here you're going to say equals to 5 on your diagram. Okay, then you're going to calculate your area formula. Area is equal to a half base times height. Okay, your base is the bottom, which is 12, and your height is 5 meters, the one you just filled in. Do you see they're putting that 13 over there? They're doing that to trick you. Remember, you're putting in the perpendicular height. Okay, so fill it in. Multiply 12 and 5, half your answer, and you should get 30 meters squared. Okay, now J, they've given you your area, and they are looking for the height. Okay, so you're going to first of all write down your formula. Area is equal to a half base times height. And fill in what you know. A is 24. Base is 8. And H is H. We're going to name this H. They didn't name it, we're going to name it H. Alright? Now you're going to solve algebraically. So 8 times a half will give you 4. And 4 times H will give you 4H. Then divide by 4 on both sides to get your H alone. And 4 goes into 24 6 times. So your answer is 6 meters. Alright. I hope this video explains area nicely for you. In the next video, we are going to start irregular shapes on finding the area and perimeter of irregular shapes. So tune into that video to calculate it.